Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a challenge that's inspired by the new Enchanted by Nature pack that's coming out. It's got fairies, so I want to do a base game build that is only 20,000 simoleons. It's a fairy house. Yeah, little fairy cottage or something. And I chose the cricket banana lot because it's got the little magic tree right by it, so this will be the perfect lot to build 20,000 simoleon. Well, I guess it's a starter house. Fairy house. That's a lot of house in one sentence, but you get the idea. So I'm going to build a small shell because small budget, and yeah, throw in a speed build of that. And there we go, we've got a little shell going on. It's very tiny, but very cute, and I love doing these little curved roofs. It's a little awkward on the height that I have it, but I like the height. I didn't want to change that too much, so I'm keeping it. I like it well enough. Got a nice, good-sized front porch. Probably gonna add one in the back. I probably should have added that to the speed build. Hang on, let me go back and do that. And there we go, all fixed up. So, the inside. It's just going to be a fun little entryway that has a nice little living area, going to a kitchen dining setup, bedroom, bathroom. Really simple, really small, gets the job done. So next up, I'm going to be decorating the outside with roofs and wallpapers. All of it has to be base game though. Going into wall patterns, filtering the items, all by base game. And I wonder if I should... Since it's a free... No, I won't. Just base game. That's it. So, I'm thinking lots of stone. I'm going to start off with a stone. So, I'm going to see how each of these looks. I definitely want this nice, beautiful little pebble one in the eaves. I don't know. I think it looks nice. I'm going to see if a different... Ooh, yeah, the afternoon lighting is so much better. I'm going to be holding a mess. Sorry about that. Anyway, and I'm probably going to add it to the chimney. There we go. Very nice looking. I'm gonna look at sidings now, and maybe we'll add brick as an accent. We'll see. A fairy house yellow could work, but so could pink. So I'll take a look at what color options we have and decide. This thicker panel one has a pastel green, and I'm sorry, but pastel greens just gives fairy vibes so hard. So I'm gonna add that and decide if it needs any stone detailing. I feel like this little bit right here could benefit from some stone detailing. And then I'll take a look at any bricks and see if I like anything there. I mean, this one's got some fun colors, but I'm not sure if I want to add that. I mean, fairy houses do kind of give off like those rambunctious vibes, like anything could go anywhere. Here's an addition with this color, here's an addition with that color. I don't know, I just feel like fairies give that type of chaotic vibe. But I think I'm going to keep it as is. I'm going to look at some of the roof patterns from base game. And I'm sorry, but I'm already calling it, probably gonna use this one. Ooh, and we have this fun green color. I'm liking it. I'll look at some of the others, but... Okay, so the options are between this green one, which I think is so fun, and just a classic brown, which looks nice and naturey. I'm gonna take some time, weigh my decision, look at them both in depth, and decide. I'm going green because I want to be different and have fun with this, so there it is. I think it's going to be fun. I think it'll look good. So, roof trims. Don't have a lot of options in base game. I'm probably going to end up using the thick one. I love this thick boy. it kind of works with a lot of things, but we'll see if it works out with all the different pieces I've had to add. It's kind of clipping weirdly right there, so maybe not. I'll try out some of the smaller ones too. Okay, I'm using this kind of thinner one, and I'm in this like tealish turquoise color. I think it looks very fun. It doesn't match any of the other greens, but I don't know, I'm kind of liking these three greens together. So, yeah, I'm using it. So what? And then I think I'm gonna need the thick roof trim because I don't think any of these things fit. Whoa, maybe they do. We'll see, because I think this is gorgeous. Ooh, that could look really nice. We'll see if I can make it work. Okay, if I did this, I'd probably have to go with a taller wall height, but I think I might be fine with that. It's gonna take a very big chunk of budget, but I'm confident I can make it work. Ooh, I have more options if I do tall. I don't know if I'll do that. Oh god. I don't know. That might be difficult to find windows for. That'll look nice. Tall windows. Yeah, we just kind of have these. But I could make medium-sized ones look nice. Ooh, that'll be fun. No, I'll go back down to medium and try to make anything else work. Okay, I think that's really fun looking. So, I'm gonna go with it, and I didn't add it onto the stone bits because I feel like that would be too much, and it doesn't really make sense. So, I'm gonna look at some columns next. I'm gonna be using these ones in the white swatch because they're the cheapest out of the options. I think they kind of, and I feel like adding that would be too much green. I want something to break it up a little bit, so white it is. And also, I don't know, it's pink. I'm not really feeling that. Maybe, and also yellow, not really feeling it. So I'm going white. And it's cheaper than all the others, and we don't have that much of a budget to work with. Okay, there we go. I've just kind of placed them on the corners and framing the stone detailing. I think it looks nice. So I'm going to go in and look at some windows now. I think this one is absolutely gorgeous for a fairy house, and it's not too expensive. So, and it kind of looks awkward down here, so I'm only going to use it up in these little areas. I think it looks very nice. Ooh, just barely. And probably make this one work. Off over here. Not really. But this is going to be, I believe, the bathroom, so maybe I'll put it right in this area here. Okay, there we go. That'll be the window for the bathroom. And then I might do these ones because they have the nice little shutters, and I feel like that's also kind of like fairy-ish. Ooh, this one could also be nice. I'll take a look through and decide. Plus, this one's a little bit cheaper. Or big, tall windows. Lots of light for the fairies. Okay, I think I'm at least going to do these windows here. Might not do them everywhere, though. Probably not. I think that'd be a bit much. I think I'll only do them. Then, I don't know if I want any windows here. I'll have to see what door I choose. And then off to the side. Ooh, hang on. Gotta copy this window over to this little eave over here. There we go. That looks very nice. Okay, I swapped them out. I don't know. I just love these so much more. I love the curves. I feel like it's a lot more like a fairy house with them. So, yeah, I swapped those out. The rest of the house, I think I'm going to use a cheaper square window because don't have that much budget to be using those everywhere. Okay, the tops of these ones are cut off by this a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like they look the best, so I'm going to use them and then dot them all about. So I'm going to go in and look at the doors and see if I need to add any more windows. I might have to use the new one, or the kind of new one. It's not that new at this point, but it's one of the newest doors we have for Basegame. So, I don't know, maybe I want to do a fun color. I was kind of iffy on doing any of the fun colors for any of the other things, so that seemed a bit too much, but for the door, maybe. I think I'm going to use like this kind of bluish purple, because I just think purples look so nice with green. Like, screw the purple yellow, them being complementary colors or whatever. Purple and green look so much better together. Especially like green and red. I'm sorry, I hate green and red together. Sure, it's a Christmas thing and that it works fine for Christmas, but every time I look at it, I can only think Christmas, and to me they just don't look good together in any other context because of that. So to me, purple, green, so much better. So I'll probably use this in the back too then. And then I need to do a little bit of a lattice over here. I'm gonna see if I have anything I can do that with. And I do! So, lattice coming in. Okay, so this is all I can do here, but I'm gonna leave it, because I still want that there, so it's happening. And then I just need to fix up the top of this, put in a chimney, and do the ceilings. I've got a nice little green I can add there that matches everything else, which is perfect. And then let's look at any woods that I can use for the ceiling. I think I'm going to use one of these really cheap ones here in like a white swatch for the ceiling probably. I kind of like this one, so I think I'm going to put it all throughout the house right now and change it if I feel like it in the future. And then I'm going to use this one as the porch flooring because I love using this one as porch flooring. It just looks the most rough, which is how porches normally are. At least that's how my porch is. Maybe not everyone's, but for me, I'm drawing from experience to this one. And then time to put this buddy on a foundation. And I am going a little bit tall with it because I feel like that fits the whole fairy vibe. I don't know, it just feels a bit more whimsical to me. And maybe we'll even do some green stairs. That could be kind of fun, yeah. Unless I just do solid white. I definitely have to use one of the cheaper ones. So the only other option is that, and I don't know, I don't really like that, so I'm going to go with green. It fits a little bit more because it's actually like wood flooring on it, so I'll do that around the back too. Now I just need some fences to go around the porches and railings for the stairs. Okay, it's a little weird, but hear me out. I kind of want to. Ooh, unless it gets rid of that. I'll play around. So I can make it work, so I'm going to make it work. Because I just think it's kind of fun. Fairy houses are supposed to be, like, all, like, out in nature and everything, so I want to do it. And there we go. I just think it's kind of a fun little detail. So I'm going to add some railings now. There we go, that looks nice. And then I'll add that to the stairs down there. Okay. Unless I want to add the stone. I think I'm actually going to add the stone instead. Yeah, I think that's a bit nicer. And then now it needs a little foundation down here. Luckily, they're all free, so I can use whatever one I want. That's Basegame. I'm just going to use this lattice work one. I feel like that kind of suits the vibe the best out of what we've got here. Oh, and I'll have to add stone down there too, to those stairs, but that's an easy fix. There we go. And then duplicate the railings for the back. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm kind of in love with this exterior right now. I'm going to have fun playing with the roof detailings and catch it back. Okay, there weren't a lot of good chimney options, so I just went with that. And I'll see if there's any other. Yeah, that's it for roof detailings. So now I'm going to look into the wall sculptures, and it needs some of these window boxes. It needs it. But I might also add these in the little peaks. These ended up being looking a little awkward, so no deal. I'll just add some of these. I like these because they're a bit more overgrown, so I think they fit a little bit better. Okay, they don't really fit at the bottom of those, so I kind of have to settle for putting it up there. And I don't know if I want to put it anywhere else. Because only have so much money, don't want to waste too much of it. I've already wasted quite a bit doing all of my little extra details, so I'm gonna get inside and do all of the must-haves before I get any further into the unnecessary. So, gonna light up the rooms and start busting stuff out. First step is gonna be an archway into here, because I need to be able to access this room, and then I'll put doors on the bathroom and bedroom. And then the archway, it has to be this one, I think. It's gotta be this one. Maybe this one's a little bit more fancy. Yeah, it's gotta be that. It just has to be. The only other option would have been this one. I don't know. I just feel like this one's a bit more natural and fairy-like. So that's what I'm going with. And then I need normal doors. I'm going to be using these ones that came just before that the horse ranch update. I know, I feel like they're a little rustic and homemade, and I think it's going to look really good in this more natural wood color. I'm going to be doing it at the beginning of the room, I guess, and then one over here too, right across from each other. I don't know, sometimes being symmetrical makes stuff look better. Next up is going to be adding a chimney over here. Or fireplace, I mean. Fireplace. It already has a chimney. It's got to be this newer one because all the other ones are kind of ugly or too expensive. That one could be fun. I've already got a lot of green going on, and that earthy brown kind of matches the browns of the other doors I've used. Yeah, I'm going with this one. I think it's going to be the most fun. I'm going to see if... And then I really want to use this TV, but the budget is saying no. so I'll wait until later. I'm gonna do some flooring and wallpaper in the living room first. I want to get the essentials down before I worry too much about the TV yet. Is this too much, or is it just the right amount of too much? I don't know. I think it could be kind of fun. Shall I do it or shall I not? Well, it can't have to do it because of that purple there already. It'd have to be the white border. I don't know. I'll look at my other options, but I'm very tempted to do this one. Very, very tempted. You know what? I'm just gonna do this one in the bedroom, I think. And then I can have more fun with the border on that one. And then the living room, I can do something a little bit more normal, you know, accommodate the guests' tastes. Maybe something like this, because it has that very pretty crown molding. I love crown molding. It's a shame it's not in more houses anymore. Gorgeous. I'm just gonna use the green. It's solid, it works. And then, time for the flooring. So I might just do this in white. I think this is, or did I use this one on the ceiling? I used this one on the ceiling, so might as well just pull it down to just run it all the way through. Probably gonna switch out these two rooms maybe for tile, or at least half this room for tile. We'll see. Now it's time to look into the furnishings. I've been playing with like CC and then other packs or something. I never realized quite how little couches there are in Basegame. Like, this is honestly sad. It's really sad. Especially like really nice looking cheap options. There are none. There literally aren't any good looking cheap options. Like, I consider the, you know, cheap options to end right at the end of the first row. After that it gets expensive, and none of these really look that good. I'm honestly considering just using this bench inside instead. So I don't really like any of the couches and how none of them really fit the fairy vibe to me. But this looks very fairy. So yeah, I'm just gonna use this instead, and then I can decorate with pillows to kind of make up for all the wood it has. At least there's some more rug options in the base game than there are couches. Might have to do this one though, because it's kind of cute. Like, I'm sorry, but that color combo is just ugly. At least I find it ugly. Somebody might like it. Like, you like it, that's your vibe. You can like it, but it's really not for me. So, that looks better. Get a little bit of stone there, or a brick, and I don't know if this would even look good because of how this is. Yeah, no, that would look absolutely horrible, I think. I'll give it a try, but I'd have to add columns inside, and that would, you know, really increase the price of this house, and it doesn't really go there. Well, yeah, no, I don't think this is gonna work. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. No, I can't do it. We're leaving it be. Doesn't look right. I need some interior clutter here because it is just feeling so dry. There we go. And gotta get the pillows on the bench because there, I think that's kind of cute. And then I'll put one on the chair too. There, that's looking a little bit cozier, and I have to get the basics done in other places before I add any more clutter. I just wanted to get that little basic bit done. Next up is the kitchen. So time to look for another wallpaper. Something a little bit cheaper this time. Because I think I don't need a lot of tile in here. Because the kitchen's only going to take up so much room. I did recently get this reclaimed wood wall from the event. I don't know how I feel about this though. Ooh, this is a very fun swatch. Doesn't really match the light pastel vibes of the rest of the house though. I might have to do another fairy build after this though. Gonna do the yellow in the kitchen dining area. I don't know, I feel like yellow is a very good color. I don't know, I think it's kind of related to hunger in a way. Correct me if I'm wrong, color theory is weird, but to me, the most food-like color is yellow, because it's like the color of butter, really good vanilla ice cream. Yellow is just the color of really good food. And then for the counters, probably gonna do the new ones we got here, because the other ones are all a little rough looking or really expensive. So this is gonna be the kitchen area. I'm gonna put a fridge on the side, stove here, sink in the middle. I think pink looks better in here, so I'll go with pink. Then I'll do a matching pink stove. That's, oh my god. It's ridiculous. It's like something straight out like the 1950s or 1980s. 'Cause those were the two areas that pink was really popular. Because my grandmother, has like a whole mauve bedroom that's like this, a few shades deeper than this pink. And then the bathroom, that's mauve too, with like these weird green counters. And then there's also a mauve marble fireplace. It's honestly some of the ugliest crap I've ever seen, but she likes it, so more power to her. I could never though. I could never. And then I'll need a tiny little table. I like this little round one. It has cute little detailings, and I've kind of been going with like a round vibe everywhere else, so I think it fits. Okay, these like probably like Day of the Dead. They probably did this in like a Day of the Dead update, but I think these chairs are really cute for like a little fairy cottage. So I'll use that, and then I think I'm gonna have to put this table at an angle because of how awkward this is. Because I can do this and probably make that. Ugh. Even that might not work. I don't know. Okay, I might be able to make that work. This truly is difficult to fit all in. I can scoot that over a little bit more, so I can scoot these over a little bit more. Okay, that's probably about the best I can do, and that looks pretty awkward. But what can you do? It's a small house. And then the bedroom. This one has a lot more space to work with, so that'll be a lot easier. I decided on this bed. I think it matches with the wallpaper that I've chosen the best, because it needs to be cheap, and there's not a lot of bed options here. Get some end tables in here, make it look a little bit better. Using these little cheap ones, I think they work well enough in here. Yeah, they're kind of the best option. I've used what's pretty much just a bigger version of the one I used out here, but it had a very nice little green swatch to pull in the green from the rest of the house into this more pink bedroom. So next up, I am going to put a mirror up in the corner over here. There we go, nice and cute. Next up, I need to get all the essentials into the bathroom. I want a tile in here, so I'm going to use this green one that came from the Blast from the Past event. I think it's very nice. And then a wallpaper. That's probably going to be a tile. I'm using this soft green one in here. I think it looks well enough. It's not the best, but limited options. There's always limited options. There's not a lot of tile in this game, at least not good ones that I like. So the game definitely needs a lot more tile in it. I'm gonna use this bathtub that has like that same kind of purplish blue and put it into the bathroom here, because I feel like clawfoot tubs are just a lot more fairy-like than pretty much any of the other options we've got here. So I had to use that one. Got all the basics in there, except toilet paper. Gonna put toilet paper in this one. There, our base game fairies can wipe their asses now. Perfect. And now I can go back in and start adding some decorations. We don't have a lot of money left, so I'm just gonna use this TV. I sized it up. I might need to shift that down a little bit. Yeah, that'll work well enough. It's better than floating a little bit, I think. So that's the best I can do for the TV. They have a $0 aloe vera plant just sitting here. That might be a mistake, because I don't remember ever seeing that before. But I'm not going to complain. Not when I have this challenge going on. There is the living room for our little fairy house. I think that's very cute. Now it's time to decorate the kitchen. Here's the kitchen. I added some upper cabinets, some plants, a little bit of other decorations for the kitchen. And then also these cute little aprons. I felt like it went really well with the overall color scheme I've had going on here. Gonna add some decorations to the bedroom now. This here's the bedroom. Couldn't do a whole lot, but I added some plants and then this pride painting in the lesbian colors because I feel like fairies are pretty lesbian coded. So there we go. And then I'm gonna see if I can add anything to the bathroom to make it look a little bit better. There we go. There is the interior of my little fairy build. I'm going to go ahead and just demolish this outside with some debug. And here is the final. I think it's a very cute little fairy house that I've made. I'm going to give you a little tour of the outside. I just spammed anything cute in debug that I thought would fit like a little fairy house. So it's got lots of flowers, big droopy trees, and then a little pond area. I think it's adorable. So here is my little fairy starter base game, or base game fairy starter house. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. So, well, it's 19,999 simoleons. Fully functional because I added this city living trash can on the wall because I realized I didn't add one earlier. So yeah, that'll probably work. Fully functional, 20,000 simoleons. Fairy starter. I don't think I'm going to be getting the Enchanted by Nature pack when it first comes out because that's expensive. I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale and then get it because I'm not too enticed by the pre-order items. But yeah, this was a cute little build. I had fun. I don't know if I'll ever use it for gameplay because I don't know, that soft pastel vibe isn't really my thing. But it was fun. So this will be on my gallery. Check it out if you want it. And thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. It gives me so much motivation. Catch you next time.